What's up, guys? Kavi here. Got a little knife review for you today. I've been trying to do this Ontario Rat 1 knife review forever. Filmed it once, deleted the video by accident, and I've just been so busy, but we'll hammer this one out real quick. Got a few more to do today. So what you're looking at here is the Ontario Rat 1 or Model 1 folding knife. You can see this is the box that it comes in. Still says Randall's Adventure Training on it, which I thought was kind of interesting. There's some history between SE Knives and Ontario Knives and Randall's Adventure Training, and yeah. So it's the box it comes in. Pretty plain box, but who cares what the box really looks like? Blade length, you're looking at 3.6 inches. Handle is somewhere around 5 inches for closed, and then open the overall. Looking at about 8.6, and so that's a really good knife. It is running in Aussate steel, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's not too bad. And it's got the nylon handles, which are just basically plastic handles. So yeah, really like this knife. The one drawback, with this particular knife is that it is coming in around 5 ounces in weight. So it is a little bit heavy, especially for a thinner blade stock. You can see that there. It's a pretty thin blade. And if you look at the liners, if I can get a good view there, they're not skeletonized at all. I think you could skeletonize these liners without, hurting the structural integrity of this knife. Shave down some of that weight and you'd have a real good contender here for best EDC. But don't get me wrong, a lot of guys are going to say this is the best EDC. And it's close for me, especially for the price range. I think I paid $32 for this knife. I could be wrong, but for some reason I think it was like 32 bucks shipped and everything. I can't remember exactly, but I did get it for a pretty good deal. You're probably looking at paying realistically $40 for this online. I would say that's kind of the average, especially in Canada, shipped out to your house. That's what you're going to be paying for. So, blade is great, full flat ground. It's got a great tip on it. My lighting is not great today here, guys, so it's got a pretty good tip on it. I do find that this section right in here tends to dull up first. Where down here it's still hair pop and sharp. But once I get into kind of the belly there, it's a little bit dull because you really do most of your cutting on that end, just kind of the way the blade shape is. The handles, I love that they offer them in a bunch of different colors. You can get these in tan, black, green. There might actually be like 2 versions of the tan. I'm not sure. It kind of looked like there maybe was, but you know how it is when you're looking at pictures online. Sometimes the white balance or whatever screws it all up. I do find that the handles really lack some grip. I would like to see this, grip improved. It is a little bit checkered, as you can see, but it's very smooth. Pillar construction, which is nice if you need to clean it. Has quite a few of them though, as you can see. Lanyard hole, and it does have the 4-way pocket clip, which is nice. The real shining star of this particular model though is how well it opens, because it really opens well. This knife, as far as being, a relatively cheap folder, it opens with such ease. It's super smooth. Great liner lock there. Not bad thickness actually on the liner lock. For what you're paying for. And again, this is going to be, all personal preference. Ergos are great on this knife. I don't care who you are. This just really fits well in the hand. That deep choil there just really provides a great grip. That choil with the forward egress, I'm a big believer in that. Reverse grip, same thing. Feels very comfortable in hand. It's really great. My only gripe is maybe the pocket clip's a little bit long for the knife, and I just kind of find that I feel like I'm almost holding, you know, the pocket clip. You know, it sits, you know, from here in my hand all the way down. So for hot spots and the pocket clip, it's not great, but it does carry very well. It does have a lanyard hole, but it might be difficult to get some 550 through there without the inner cordage removed. So again, you know, I really like this knife. It's been really good to use. I don't think that it's gonna beat out my Tenacious for my, you know, sort of cheap EDC beater knife. You know, and realistically, you see a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about this knife coming in at the $30 mark, and it just doesn't anymore. You're probably looking to pay closer to 50 for the Tenacious and closer to 40 for the Rat 1. You're getting an 8CR13 MOV steel and proper G10 handles. And I just like the way that the Spydercos feel. The Tenacious just feels better in hand to me. Deployment is equally smooth, but it's different with the Tenacious. You know, the Rat 1 really deploys like a Benchmade, actually. You know, if you're really going to come down and find something to compare it to, it really feels like a Griptilian or, you know, any of the Axis lock knives. It really opens well. Very good job from Ontario. Very good knife. You know, it comes in a lot of different flavors and colors, and you know, I really like this knife. Shave it down a little bit on the size, or the weight rather, and this would be, you know, for sure one of my top favorite knives. You know, the miracle question here is, if I lost it, would I buy it again? And the answer with this knife is probably I wouldn't. Just because I think, you know, the $10 difference, I would rather have the Tenacious over the Rat 1. And that's just personal preference. But, you know, don't let that hinder you from going out and purchasing this knife. It's a great knife. You know, and if you've never handled one, for sure get your hands on one, because they're a pretty awesome offering from Ontario Knife Company. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.